Standing next to General Washington's headquarters, where he made his headquarters for the Battle of Brandywine. Here, he was protecting against General Howe's British forces who were trying to capture Philadelphia. September 9th, 1777, he started preparing. He had the high ground at Chad's Ford.
Liberty!
Oh. Magnifique! And General Washington placed guards at Wister's Ford in the north, Piles Ford in the south, to try and force a battle at Chad's Ford, which would be advantageous for the American forces. Meanwhile, General Howe's forces would cross at a ford that was unknown to General Washington, and that would give him the advantage in the battle which was to come.
God save the king!
General Howe, Washington and his forces left this ford unprotected. We can cross here and protect Washington's right flank. So we can.
The king! They started a fog. This was September 11th. 1777. Fog gave the British forces cover as they moved up towards the Americans. Washington had many conflicting reports about what was happening. Some say they're split, but some say they were together. Washington didn't know which to believe, but ultimately he thought that they were coming towards Chadsford, and he waited. In actuality, General Howe and everyone decided, you know what, we're going to cross this unguarded ford. So they did. They crossed that ford, and they moved in towards Washington and his forces. Washington just looks over, and he sees Howe's army. He's like, oh, snap. Only he says it much more regally, and he's taller than me, so he says it deeper, too. So he says that. And then he's like, okay, everybody, let's go on top of this hill. And everyone went on top of the hill to defend America and liberty. Unfortunately for them, they were very confused because the original plan had nothing to do with defending a hill. They defended that hill, but eventually they had no choice but to retreat to Chester. The British forces were too tired to chase after them, or so they think you believe. I just think they were lazy. They're just like, oh yeah, America.
Victory for the king!
So the Americans lost the battle. Well, they really blamed the loss on mostly their lack of information, not only about, the British, but just about the land itself. They didn't know too well.
Well, that wasn't so bad. I don't feel demoralized at all. How about you? Yeah, we. Right. Well, anyway, we knew the lay of the land. We really couldn't take those British. I mean, the weather was horrible. That was just a horrible time for us, Yeah. Well, we'll get them next time. Ain't that right, Lafayette? Onwards to victory!
So September 26th, the British took over Philadelphia, and Congress even had to be moved because of that.
Sure is great being Congress in Philadelphia.
For the king.
Victory for the king!
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
Despite the Americans' crushing loss at the Battle of Brandywine, they were not greatly demoralised. In fact, it taught both the Americans and the British valuable lessons about their enemy. The British learned that they need to be greater, more prepared, and that they could not underestimate the American forces. They also learned that he needed to have more of a killer instinct, as his hesitation to attack the American army cost him many troops and possibly a victory for the war. The Americans learned that they needed to train their troops better and they needed to fight on more familiar ground. This revelation brought around them hiring Baron von Steuben to beat the troops into shape.
Still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave?